Alan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, George.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to be with you today.
And welcome everyone to another wonderful day in Bangkok. We've got smog, we've got PM, but we're fighting through it. Alan was nice enough to want to talk a little bit about his stem cell experience here. We generally don't ask people to do that. We do take patient confidentiality very seriously, so typically here you won't see before or after things like that. But Alan's had some good results.
As you can see.
Very handsome.
Handsome man.
So Alan, tell us, why did you come to Revival Clinic in the beginning?
Well, I promised myself, it was my 66th birthday this week.
26.
66.
Ah, okay.
I know most people will look at me and they'll say, oh, early 40s. But I promised myself I would give it one more shot. I've done stem cells in the past, and I would give it one more try as a birthday present for myself, or pre-birthday present, to see if I could rejuvenate myself and feel as good as I felt when I was 40 years old. And you can see that it's working. I'm sure you can see through those lenses that this is working well.
So tell me, why did you come here? Why didn't you go? How many times have you done it before?
I've had stem cells 3 times in the past.
Okay. So why did you come here rather than go back to wherever you did it before?
So where I did it initially, I had the stem cells done, and after 6 months there was absolutely no difference. So they said no. Initially they didn't tell me that I needed to do a series of stem cells. Initially they told me a one-off, or they didn't even mention this is stem cells. Now I went back after 6 months. They said no, you've got to do at least 2 or 3 treatments, which I did, which cost an absolute fortune, and I didn't feel any benefits.
Frozen or fresh?
That's the question, frozen or fresh.
Did you do frozen cells or fresh cells?
I believe they were frozen cells, because I know that they were imported, so they must have been frozen.
Frozen cells.
When I was shopping around and I came across George, I met George, and besides the stem cells or any medical, I'm very happy to have met him. Super guy. And he was straightforward with me. He told me exactly what I would go through and whether I needed to do repetition of the stem cells, and we were on the same page, and I felt so comfortable. It was reasonable, and look at me now. Just look. I don't think I need to speak more.
Apart from being super handsome, what have you actually experienced in your body?
I feel I do try and keep fit. I swim. I feel that I have got a lot more energy, that my breathing is a lot better. Physically, I feel stronger, and that was my goal. My goal was to feel not so much to rejuvenate myself to look like a 20-year-old, but the inner feeling of well-being, health, energy, and it's a wonderful feeling when it's done properly. And I'll tell you what, I didn't have to wait 6 months. It was a couple of days, and I was feeling on top of my game, and it's been like that ever since we did it.
Well, that's typically why we only use fresh cells, because it's a huge difference. It's safer, it's quicker. You don't get potential problems with your lungs. You don't get potential problems with rejection. These cells are fresh. They're smaller amounts. The quantity is smaller, so they exit your lung much faster. Because they're fresh, very high passaging, they're super high quality. The body is happy to receive it rather than try to reject them. And this is what you get, basically.
Yeah, and that was another reason, because when I sat down to speak to George prior to doing the stem cells, he gave it to me straight. He told me exactly. Initially, I was never told when I did them 6 or 7 years ago. They didn't explain to me there were fresh cells and frozen cells, and the concentration and the potency and what side effects there could be, and why they do it with these cells that it does exit the body faster. I was never explained anything, and so I really was educated, and it was my last go, and I'm so happy that I did it.
All right. Thank you, Alan. We'll keep it short this time. Anybody that has any questions, WhatsApp, email, all the links are there.
And you can request my contact information from George if you would like to get a reference from me personally.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
All right. Enjoy your weekend, guys.
And for any other issues, I will be back.